Yeah, so we're gonna get Top Flight and MJF versus, Top Flight versus MJF and Chris Jericho next week. How do you feel about that match as we go into next week's episode with that matchup? You think anything's gonna be interesting?
I think it'll probably just be a setup for widening the divide between them.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think we're ending the Inner Circle, or we are seeing that where we've talked about MJF kind of takes it over. I think maybe we do see that, like we lose Hager. Maybe Hager, I don't know what they're doing with Hager. And, Sammy Guevara goes on a face run because he's like, nah, screw this, I'm out. Jericho gets beat down, and then it's just, the LAX and MJF and Wardlow, and that's it. I mean, that would be fine. That would be great.
Yeah.
The Inner Circle.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going with this. The only thing I fear is we've seen Chris Jericho with more of those new age wrestlers, very much like a Orange Cassidy, where Chris Jericho gets lost on like, which way am I supposed to go? And I feel like with Top Flight, they're very much like Private Party, where you have to stand here for me to do this move well. And Chris Jericho may do the, hey, I've been doing this for 30 years. We can freestyle it. And they're like, no, we can't yet. And they're going to get maybe a clash of styles where it might be a clunky match. But yeah, I agree with you. I think we're going to see MJF tag himself in to get the victory, or MJF tags himself to get in the victory, but then Chris Jericho tags himself back in, and they keep doing that to get a victory. Something like that.
Here's how I would do it. Wardlow does something to like mess with Jericho, and it causes them to lose or something, right? And Jericho's pissed, but MJF's like, no, he's like playing it off, trying to like convince Jericho that was a mistake, buddy. That was a gay guy. And then he's like, Wardlow, tell the man you're sorry. And Wardlow's like, sorry. You know what I mean? Like just kind of playing it off, and then like have that kind of the divide weakening there, right? Because I think what you do is I think you have that where we said, right, you lose Hager, you get Sammy Guevara leaves, they beat down Jericho, it's just the four left. Right, they're working together. They're the Inner Circle, but then that divide eventually breaks because it's LAX. I'm calling them LAX. Fuck it.
Yeah,
forever.
No, that's fine.
It's not proud and powerful.
Yeah.
They're finally like, dude, we're done taking orders from you. You're a chump, right? And then it's Wardlow and MJF, right? Blah blah blah. And then you even in that with Wardlow, like, fuck you, I'm out of here, right? Like he eventually just like, fuck that, I'm out of here. Leaves MJF to the wolves with LAX. That gets him on the face, and then you just dissolve the whole thing, right? That's how I would tell it over time.
I like that idea. One thing that I did like, as you said, your fantasy booking for the Inner Circle, one thing that I think may be interesting is you keep the Wardlow does something that ends up, screwing up Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho looks stupid. Maybe he takes the pinfall loss. And then backstage, Chris Jericho's like, Wardlow, you piece of shit. Why did you do that? MJF, make him apologize. And MJF's like, Wardlow, apologize. And then Wardlow says, why? You told me to do it. And then Chris Jericho's like, you motherfucker. And MJ's like, no. I didn't say, no. And he's like, Wardlow, you asshole. Why did you like, I didn't say, well, we're going to, when I
he's like, you don't pay me to lie. You just pay me to fucking guard you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah. And then we start the acceleration of the end of the end.
Then he could be like, I pay you to shut up too.
Pay you to shut your fucking mouth.